in the most successful and exciting hard rock band to emerge in recent years, Guns N' Roses, and his musical talent is undeniable. But by shooting from the hip with lyrics that decry, quote, immigrants, niggers, and faggots in the GNR Lies track 1 in a Million, Axl got himself in hot water and got his band dumped from an AIDS benefit concert earlier this year. For whatever reason, this week Axl decided to confront the tough questions about those lyrics, as well as talk about the future of his mega band and other more personal matters when he sat down with MTV for a lengthy, in-depth chat.
There's a lot of different meanings to that word, but a lot of people just take the time to assume that when a white person uses the word nigger, it's meant at the whole black race and you're derogatory and you're a racist. I don't think people took the time to listen to the third verse and figure that one out, because it says radicals and racists don't point your finger at me, you know, which is exactly what happened. We had the Ku Klux Klan saying we're promoting shows and backing the Ku Klux Klan, and they immediately got a letter from my lawyer. You know, because that is not true.
While attempting to put the controversy behind him may have been the first order of business, now Axl is facing another challenge, coming up with a new album that's a worthy follow-up to the multi-platinum Appetite for Destruction, without rehashing it.
We found ourselves trying to, you know, write the next Jungle, write the next Paradise City, you know, and we didn't want to, but it was happening. The lyrics were coming out with lines about our other songs. That took a few months to get past that, to where put those to rest. It's like, I hope this album's more successful, because I just want to bury Appetite. You know, it's like, I like the album, but I'm sick of it. I don't want to live my life through that one album. I have to bury it. So, rather than just throwing a bunch of songs together that we think are fun, we're going over it, you know, with a fine-tooth comb and just working on everything to try it. That's the goal, bury Appetite.
Recording the LP may not be so easy, since at the moment the members of Guns N' Roses are spread out all over the country. Plus there's some friction going on between Axl and guitarist Slash, not unlike the conflicts Mick Jagger and Keith Richards have gone through over the years.
We have to work on pulling things together, because we definitely have our own lives and individual personalities and dreams and goals. And so then what you try to do is to try to find a way to make all those things fit together. And it's not necessarily easy, you know, none of us are trained in psychology. Maybe we need a child psychologist on the road. She could look great too, that would help.
Ever since he was a young kid, run-ins with the law have been a way of life for Axl, and that hasn't changed just because he's now a platinum-selling rock star.
I'll carry myself like, you know, I know what's going on, I'm in charge of myself in this situation, this and that, so, you know, an authority figure will, you know, can pick up that vibe and feel it as a challenge to his authority and take it as a threat. You know, sometimes it's just the vibe, and so they're like, they immediately sense this guy could be a threat, so he probably is a threat, so let's eliminate this threat. In Chicago, I was held down by 8 police. You know, and I'm laying on this, like a brick floor, realizing this guy can take my head and just bash, you know, and there was nothing I could do if he were to do that, you know. I don't like being vulnerable.
But while Axl doesn't enjoy being on the receiving end of a gun, he has no problem toting them himself. He's recently become a user and a collector of guns.
When I go shooting, I do not go shooting thinking about people I don't like or I'm mad at. You know, I don't shoot at a target and pretend this is Joe Blow. Actually, it's the exact opposite. I've gone shooting with people, and they've said, yeah, well, think about so-and-so, and I'm like, stop. Do not talk like that. The first time I shot my shotgun was the first time I had shot a shotgun since a little kid, and the first thought in my mind is what this would do to a man. And it was so gross of a picture. It's just, you know, most people's actions, no matter how much they infuriate you, are definitely not worth what it's going to do to their human body if you shoot them. And plus the fact that you have to live with you did that to somebody. It's pretty horrible. I think about the beer can I'm shooting and my accuracy. I think about the target. I don't think about shooting people if I go shooting. Like, I had faith in this band happening and what we could do with it. When people go, are like, you're like surprised that you did it, do you ever think it could happen? People in my hometown, I'm like, well, I was working on it since about 8th grade with a conscious effort, you know. It's like I had all the right clothes in 8th grade, you know. It's like these stacks. Everybody borrowed my shoes and the bell bottoms and the wide shirts and huge collars and everything. And I remember one girl went off at me one day going, "You look like you're a rock star." And I was like, "Thank you very much." You know, I was very happy about that. I was succeeding.
He's definitely succeeding.